Grab of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. All that they gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous. You know what's up? You know what's up? You know pretend. You know lie. You know be gang. You know what's up?
We going crazy, we at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get Swayze. I just got off with a jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Change it. 180. Nice shot. Hey.
Right to the air is Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
13.
A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Ballage. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. The Ravens at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there, and it's third down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No, we changed it. 180.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Dobbins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. they'll run the option right. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up second down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
On second down, here's Mixon. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Gun. Stop. 11 coming. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Go.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure penalties like these.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
11.
Now it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it.
Just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Before it crosses over out of bounds. It sends a touchdown saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards in the return. And this offense set up with a very short video. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line. Down right there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. The point after through the raindrops, something good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play.
And Hayden Hurst's only year as the unquestioned starter, he had 571 yards and 6 touchdowns for Atlanta. The Bengals, they remembered him when he was a player with the Baltimore Ravens and liked his game. So when they needed a new starter, he was their choice, and he gets them a 1st down here.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Jackson with a first down carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Now it's Burrow. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fielded just inside the 20. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Hey, report! Report! Hey, report! Oh. Hey, middle.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. On the move past the 40. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, based on the last 2 play calls we just witnessed, the word conservative is not in their playbook. Incomplete, and then they decide to throw deep from this point on the field. That's a team that's really getting after it.
And he bats Hits it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The center receiver in motion to the right.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Powering forward. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a turn and a give to Mixon. They find some open field here.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Airing one out for Boyd. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. To a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start out here with the option left. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Nice shot. 13. You change it. Hey.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Jackson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40.
And nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away.
Here we go.
Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Mixon will go off tackle left. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They run for it with Mixon. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
On 2, ready?
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 empty.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who's the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold, and finally the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
No, we changed it.
Jackson now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Tucker's kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air again, Burrow.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
11, 12, 11,
Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Fine, ready?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
In motion right here, Boyd. Mixing up the middle. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On one, right?
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
Can't challenge under 2 minutes, y'all. Can't re-challenge a challenge, y'all. Hey, Leah. Bro says give me something to drink on the gold pack.
What you say?
And close the gate so the doves don't get out. Give me a drink out the gold pack. Thank you. Oh man. Come on, bro. This game already been boring as fuck. Let's go, bro. Get your little winner. Let's get up out of here, man. Alright, damn. Come on, bro. I know you're not pressed for a win like that. So we gotta milk this motherfucker a little bit. We got 2 timeouts left. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. I had his
From the 6 to the 3.
Easy. 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 Sweet. He's sweet. He's sweet. They can change his jersey numbers and everything. They gotta know what's up. Bye, y'all get down. Sweet. They can change his jersey numbers and all that. Oh man. Nigga change the nigga jersey number. Add a little speed, a little tackling. Got Kyle Pitts. Down 3. Down 3. Back him up. Back the players up. Let's get up out of here. I'm taking a knee too. Disrespectfully. Womp, womp, womp. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Motion them over to the right. Hey, I knew you was gonna do it. I knew you was gonna motion them over. One more time out. Let's get it. Let's get it. Good luck with the field goals, buddy. Nigga said the one thing, this nigga trash. Hey, yo.
Seconds to go in this football game. Not a competitive combatants track, but they peeled off some pretty good trucks of yards, too. Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays happened on the move on first down. Jackson. This one in the hands of Pitts. And they do get him down, but not the slip and looking to throw into the big leg tackle. Keep your hands inside in the chest area.
Let's go, D-back. D-back, John.
You're going to pick up a call.
Man, so I'm going to change my man players' numbers. Give him a little catching, a little tackling, a little acceleration. And down 3. Damn. I swear to God, this is the boringest game I ever played on Madden.
They're in the middle of a hole here for the first and 20. Jackson.
Get that play. How the fuck you get that play back to back already? That kick a field goal, be smart. Be smart. Be smart.
Chance to make that big play rolling. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now Jackson.
Oh! Ball game! Ball game!
Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that you don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if they tied the game, they couldn't go any further, they had too many injuries? Not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try to kick the field goal there.
So for Cincinnati, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.